This is just going to be a short one. They're threatening everyone. Yesterday, they threatened Sharlyn, saying they had her address. They threatened a friend of mine, Shar, that I had, who I haven't even really spoken to in years, because they frightened her, because they started targeting her. They're just targeting me and anyone who supports me. That's what they're doing. Does this seem like an innocent group to you? And if you go into the description, that Hoax Wars video that they just posted, I find it interesting that they put everyone under the sun in the tags but one person. A person that I call out in every fucking video. Doug Mesner, Lucian Greaves, founder of the Satanic Temple. So it leads me to believe that Doug Mesner, aka Lucian Greaves, is the one, and he's known for murdering survivors and advocates. He was involved with murdering Lori King. But he didn't get mentioned in any of it. They mentioned every other person. Thomas, Tara Joyce, Corey Dang, a whole slew of people. I had no clue who they even are. I actually was quite grateful for the whole thing, because it gave me a whole list of people that I was able to send out that I had absolutely no idea who they even are. But it's Doug Mesner is helping this group. Doug Mesner, who was Johnny Dub, the one who was telling me he was going to Isaac Cappy me, the one who tells me that he's going to murder my dogs, blah, 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 blah. It's Doug Mesner, aka Lucian Greaves, and his little Satanic Temple after school daycare, which is how they're targeting the kids, is working hand in hand with Geo Farnsworth and Daniel Dowd and Thomas Schoenberger. That video that they did is only to make Thomas Schoenberger look like a fucking victim, you know? Oh yeah, they're attacking him. But the whole purpose is they're attacking him so that everyone will say, poor Thomas, look at what he has to go through. Hey, Sharlyn, look at what he has to go through. Poor little music man. Oh, it's all being done together. Yesterday, they threatened Sharlyn. Today, now they're threatening Smokey. You know? It's just, do these people seem like they're innocent? Is that what innocent, law-abiding people do? Their kind of shit? Is that how it works? Because I'm confused. I guess if you're innocent, you make death threats to people, but you're innocent, you know? It's just bizarre. And why? Because they're trying to protect their fucking pedophile ring. That's what they're trying to do. They're protecting their little fucking pedophile ring. That's what they're doing. All of the threats, all of the bullshit is to hide their fucking pedophile operation. That's what it is. I don't give a shit about Germany. I care about what's going on right here. You know? Oh my God. Oh, beat me to it. Hey, Susan. They're trying to hide their pedophile ring. That's what the shit that they're doing. That's what they're doing. You know? Smokey's at work. He was all worried this morning about you, Sharlyn. You know? He was all worried about you, Sharlyn. He ended up going to work, but he doesn't give a shit about what they're going to send him in the mail. You know? He doesn't give a shit. But we were concerned about you. Babe. And then my dryer died yesterday. My own fault. I put some rugs in there, and it was too heavy. It's in the it's on my blog, Sharlyn. Hey, Saki. It's on my blog. And it's the profile picture. That's what he posted. Daniel Dowd is Pootie Twang. And Daniel Dowd and Geo Farnsworth ended up coming in and murdering Owen. And I know goddamn well they were in town, because if everyone remembers, the day of Owen's funeral at 11 o'clock in the morning, they tried to break into my house. I was making a video. I had to stop the video, go upstairs, and then when I came back to resume the video, I was pissed, you know, because they tried to break into my house. They thought that I would be at Owen's funeral. They thought that I was, you know, oh my God, if I was a federal, why be a federal informant? They're all in on it. I haven't found one fucking law enforcement person who actually does anything, you know? But this isn't going to be a long live. But if they end up hurting someone like they're threatening to do, their blood is on Shelby County, Iowa Sheriff Neil Gross's hands. And everyone in my town knows it, because I just went out and they heard me out, because some people asked me what the hell was going on, because I looked distressed. So I told them. They ended up hurting someone, Sharlyn, Smokey, me, whatever, to cover up their fucking pedophile ring. Their blood is on Shelby County, Iowa Sheriff Neil Gross's hands. He helps them. And has for years. And has for years. You know? And so it could be a very interesting week. Because they're getting crazy. Everyone thinks that I am directly over the target. And that's the reason why. Who? Well, Lucian Greaves, founder of the Satanic Temple. He's using his Satanic Temple after-school daycare to target the kids. Thomas Schoenberger, Tara Joyce. Daniel Dowd. Daniel Dowd is Pootie Twang. He's the one who's making all the threats. Geo Farnsworth. He's making all the threats. Geo Farnsworth, I guess, is not his real name, because that's what Geo has said, is that he's not that. Gabe Hoffman, Ron Patton, Corey Daniel. Corey Daniel is also known as the Phoenix Enigma, and his dumbass wife, the Sicilian Witch. Let's see. There's a whole list. Defango, the whole sewer town dumbass people, you know? They're all involved. Michael Aquino, who's not dead. You know? I don't believe that Michael Aquino is dead. And he's hiding just like they all do. They're all hiding in the goddamn dark. You know? They think if they do all of their shit in secret, but they do it out in the open, but they're in the secret, then it doesn't count. That's what they think. You know? They're sending threats. They told me, oh, we hung that flyer up at Bellevue Goodwill. Well, fuck, great. They're not going to leave it up, first of all. Second of all, I might go there, once every few months? You know? I have other ones that I go to that are much better. You know? What innocent, normal people do what they're doing? They're not only attacking me. Yesterday, they were threatening Sharlyn. My friend Shar, who I haven't even talked to in years. We have not seen each other for years. Not since I got back. I haven't seen her since I got back from Washington State. And that's what, 10 years? 9, 10 years? And they're threatening her. What's next? The dude that I bought a fucking burger from at the Runza yesterday, you're going to go threaten him? Go give him a flyer? You know? The gas attendant that I had to give my credit card to pay for my gas? Are you going to go threaten them now too? Maybe the grocery store clerk that I bought groceries from yesterday. Are you going to go threaten them? You know? Hand out all the fucking flyers you want, you fucking pedophiles. What you're doing is trying to hide your pedophile ring. And everyone knows it. And you're too fucking stupid to see it. That's what it fucking is. You know? Anybody can see that Isaac Cappy is dead on that bridge. You know? Think I ate at Runza, do you? Just pulling shit out of your ass, huh? You know? Just pulling shit out of your ass. I guess you could just guess whatever fucking... Why don't we just go through all of the fucking places that I could have gone to? Then maybe one of them, you'll hit one of them, and Runza's are great. Runza's are great. He's a fucking dumbass. You know? He's a pedophile trying to hide their pedophile ring because he likes to fuck kids. That's what this whole situation is about. They like to fuck kids. And they sit all goddamn day, every day, making videos of me over and over and over and over. You know? Bye, Ryan. Fucking pedophile lover. That's what this whole thing is. It's all about pedophiles. You know? They do ride the short bus, and they are slow. You know? And the problem is that they think they're brilliant. They think they're brilliant. But if they end up hurting more people, because God knows they've hurt plenty. But if they hurt more people, then it's all on Neil Gross's hands. Their blood is on Neil Gross's hands. And that's why I'm doing this, because this is going to be a short live. But Neil, when they murder someone like they murdered Owen, their blood is on your fucking hands, you dickhead. Fucking worthless piece of shit. And you think that little tin badge that you have that says you're a cop makes you into something more than what you are. And what you are is a head of the pedophile protector squad. You protect and defend fucking child killers. That's what you do. And you think you're all that and a bag of chips and your little captain, Chad Butler, and Noah Schilling, the meth head drug dealer courier dude, you know? And you can have the ex-chief of police, you can have the ex-chief of police show up and tool around my house all you fucking want, you know? I just wanted to do this live, this quick live, and it's only going to be it's not even going to be a half an hour. I'm not staying on here because I'm doing a decent normal one tomorrow. But, this is stupid, you know? No, it doesn't. Hey, Sarah. They all think that they're going to just terrorize me into being silent. Has that worked? They've murdered my friends. You know? They murdered my sister. I don't even know what chopped is. So if you're going to actually talk in code, you need to... no one's going to notice. You know? Little notification thing. That's Geo. You know? Again, Sharlyn, 6,000 timeout. Remember? You know, when shit like that is going on, just time them out so their shit stays up. You know? Otherwise, fuck them. You know? They're so amateur. You know? Hey, Penny. This is just, it's crazy. It's crazy. You know? It's crazy. And the fact that I have to worry about simple people just supporting me, and then they're going to go after their address and stuff. Who the fuck does that? What innocent person does that? What innocent person? When have you ever done anything like that to other people? You know? Have any of you singled out and had to get their information and send them stuff and do all that stuff? online. Who does that? You know? Who does that? It's just, they dance around. They've murdered people. They murdered Owen. They're making threats now to everyone. If they murder someone, fucking Neil Gross, Shelby County, Iowa Sheriff, the blood is on his fucking hands. If you go to that link that I showed, that argument that I got into Neil, the whole thing about it is that when I got to you know, Shadow Dragon is an easy fucking, they have access to Shadow Dragon. You know? They have access to Shadow Dragon. They could find out who these people are. You know? Neil could have easily found out who these people are. But no, Neil Gross, after they murdered Owen and bragged about it, emails all of us 6 months later and says that they're totally fine and I'm just off my rocker. I don't have anything to say about anything. You know? And so, no, I don't have kids. I'm here trying to fucking fight for other people's kids, and I don't have any kids. You know? Oh, you are just so clever. Fucking dumbass. Sharlyn. Of course, I'm just taking screenshots. At least just give me time to take screenshots. I got that. You know? Because then I'll just post the screenshots. Neil should have nipped this. Neil should have nipped it in the bud when they were bragging about that fucking Earling, Iowa gas station explosion, which was a domestic terrorism attack. That's what it was. It was a domestic terrorism attack. They planted a bomb in that shit. You know? And we're bragging about it. Knew all about it. We're bragging about it. And Neil defended them. Neil, give them your kids. Since you fucking like pedophiles so much and they're so great for kids, give them yours. But you won't do that, right? Because it's only acceptable that they fuck other people's kids, right? Not your kids. You don't want them to fuck your kids. You just want them to fuck everyone else's kids. You know? He's evil. Evil motherfucker. He is another Robert Wadman. Shit, I don't even know. Maybe he fucks his own kids. I don't know. Fuck the way he acts. I would not doubt it. You know? Would not doubt that Neil Gross, Shelby County, Iowa Sheriff, Neil Gross, fucks his own daughters. Wouldn't doubt it in the least. Probably offers them up to Chad Butler and Noah Schilling and Bill, whatever the fuck his last name is. You know? Probably offers them all up. You know? It's disgusting. It's disgusting and infuriating. And now I have to not only worry about myself, oh my God. You know what? Get rid of Mary. Just get rid of Mary. Don't time her out. Just get rid of her because it's Geo. You know? Smokey's here. I kind of wondered if you'd show up, Smokey, because Geo will come up with another name. God knows they have 15 or 30 of them. 100. They think they're Legion. You know? But again, that hoax war thing, that whole list of people that he hashtagged on there, Doug Mesner, a.k.a. Lucian Greaves, founder of the Satanic Temple, nowhere on that list. And I mention him every fucking video. Every video I mention Doug Mesner. So the fact that that motherfucker isn't in that list and the Satanic Temple isn't in that list, that's telling to me. big sign, big neon sign. He couldn't die of the STD that he has fast enough as far as I'm concerned. But then evil doesn't die so easily. Even though I want him to live. I want him to live and suffer for a long time. For a long time. I bet he can't find anyone to fuck him now because he looks sick. You know? Yep, Smokey doesn't work. He's only at work every time. You know? And my dryer broke. I broke my dryer. Poor Smokey was on the phone with me when it happened last night. I was pissed. I was pissed. Now I don't have a dryer. But it's 1,000,000 degrees, so I just figure I'll just stick my shit outside. It'll dry fast enough. You know? Anybody who wants to donate, PayPal, Venmo is just D Shurter. My first initial, my last name. Rabbit Hole is my book. My blog is davidshurter.com. If you appreciate what we're doing, you know, Lucian is not in Detroit. He's not in Detroit. Or maybe he is now, but when I was out in Washington, he was in Tacoma. He lived in Tacoma when I was in Washington. He was in Tacoma, Washington. So if he moved, maybe, you know, maybe. But I know that when I lived in Algona, Washington, he lived in Tacoma, Washington. That's the reason why they had Felicity get me to go out there. And then they murdered Lori King. She was a founder of Ivory Garden. PayPal and Venmo is D Shurter. I just want everyone to know, maybe he is from Detroit. I don't know that, Susan. I don't. I know that he lived in Tacoma. You know, they tried to take out Fiona when she went to go talk at the Ivory Garden conference because she was in the conference. She was at the conference, the second year conference. I wasn't at the second year conference because I wouldn't, at that point in time, I didn't want a fucking thing to do with Pat Goodwin. So I didn't do anything with the second conference. You know? But when I was in Algona, Washington, he lived 23 miles away from me in Tacoma. Because for some reason, they had Fiona stay in Tacoma when she was at the conference, doing the conference in Seattle. So they had her 30 minutes away from the place because Tacoma is about 30, a little over 30 minutes. Well, no, about 40 minutes, 50 minutes, because I was like, what, 25? I was about 20 miles from Seattle, and Tacoma was 23 miles away from me. And Tacoma, I was in the middle. Seattle was on one side, Tacoma was on the other, you know? So, but they tried to kill Fiona, you know? Sent her up to Canada. She wanted to go for a walk. They told her, oh, go ahead, go walk this path and blah, 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 blah. Never bothered to tell her that the mountain that she was walking on was full of fucking bears. They were hoping she'd get eaten by a bear, you know? She didn't, obviously. No, my little bird hears me. It's been so quiet since I've been out here. I didn't get that. Sharlyn, you got to give me a minute to actually get that shit. But notice his name was David, and it was my picture. You know? Don't be so fast, Sharlyn, because I'm getting screenshots of all the shit. I have anger issues. You just threatened my moderator yesterday saying that you had her address. Now you're threatening Smokey today by whatever the fuck you're mailing him. You're posting fucking video. You're posting flyers in places I don't even give a shit about because it didn't work in town. So I guess, why don't you go pass them out? Why don't you just do a mass mailing? You know? And then I found out that they put them in my neighbor's mailbox. So they were in my, they were in my, so it was just, crazy, stupid shit. Crazy, stupid shit. And they think that they're doing something. But again, if they hurt someone, their blood is on Shelby County, Iowa Sheriff Neil Gross's hands because he protects these pedophiles. I don't know. I don't know. They're posting them everywhere, And who cares? Who cares? Even if I was a pedophile, which I'm not, but even if I was, it doesn't negate that they're pedophiles running a fucking pedophile operation. I don't understand what they think they're achieving in this whole thing. Fuck, if I was a pedophile, they would want to befriend me. That's how it works. They're all fucking pedophiles. If I actually was a pedophile, they'd want to be my friend. What they don't like is that I don't like pedophiles, and so I want to expose them. Everything has gotten incredibly bad. Because now they're not just threatening me. Yesterday they threatened Sharlyn. Today they're threatening Smokey. Is that what normal, innocent, law-abiding people do? And I have no children. I'm not doing this because I'm trying to save my own children. I don't have any children. I sacrificed basically everything in my life for all of your children. That's what I did. I have sacrificed everything to try and help your children. So I guess when they come by, and I've never given up, and I never will give up. I'll never give up. I'll never give up. I'll never back down, and I'll never give up. They can do whatever they want. And yeah, it irritates the piss out of me. It irritates the piss out of me. It doesn't help that Sharlyn's air conditioning went out. And so I wasn't able to get a hold of her up until just about a half an hour ago. And by then I was frantic because they murder my friends. They murder people. And so of course I got worried about it. I'm looking for donations because I ended up having to go. I got donations and I'm really thankful very so much. But I want to get enough money so I can take Sharlyn to the Texas de Brazil. It's Texas. It's either DE or DEL Brazil. It's a Brazilian steakhouse. And lunch is $27. Dinner is $47. Dickhead, you just got on a 60-second thing because I know you're going to fucking do stupid shit. I know you're going to be in here doing stupid shit. And that's why I asked Sharlyn not to block you. I want your stupid shit. I want you to do your stupid shit. Go ahead, make all the fucking threats you want, you fucking pedophile. Go ahead, make all the fucking threats you want. Do all the shit you want to do. You know? Do all the shit you want to do. So I can take screenshots of it, you stupid dickhead. You know? Go ahead. I'm just... This is a nightmare. And anybody, you know... Dude, you're in here with my name and my picture as your fucking profile, and you're acting all butthurt because you're getting caught out. You're a fucking pedophile. You're a fucking pedophile. You are a trouble-making pedophile. That's my picture in your profile. My face. My name. And now you're in here acting all fucking butthurt because I'm calling you out as a fucking pedophile? Geo, Daniel, whoever the fuck you are, you know? Fucking weirdo. Does all kinds of weird shit, and then when you call him out, he acts like a goddamn victim. You know? But get rid of all the dumbasses, you know? You have your profile as my picture and my name, and you're talking about integrity and slinging mud? Not only are you a fucking pedophile, you're a fucking dumbass. Don't have a goddamn brain in your head. Don't have a fucking brain in your head. Hey, Susan, thank you. Thank you. Just sad as fuck. You know? Just sad. And not innocent at all. Not innocent at all. You know? Not innocent at all. I'd love to figure out who all these idiots are. I can't get Neil to do it. All he'd have to do is his Shadow Dragon program. You know? But I've already warned him. They murder someone, they end up hurting people. I'm going to set up a protest in front of the fucking sheriff's department so that everyone can see. That's what's going to end up happening. Dude, you're an idiot. And now he's in with another account. You know? Shadow Dragon is a program that they designed to fucking catch child predators. It's designed for child trafficking. All they have to do is type in that fucking email address and it'll pull who you are up. And it doesn't make any difference how many things you go through. It goes back. She's deleting your profile because you're a fucking dumbass. That's why she's deleting your profile. You know? And learn how to spell, because P-R-I-F-U-L-E-S. I don't even fucking know what that word is. You know? Just get rid of him, Sharlyn. Don't time him out. Just give me time enough to actually... I'll just tell you when I got a screenshot and then get rid of him. That'll work. I'll just tell you, hey, I got a screenshot and then get rid of him. You know? Oh my God. Get rid of David. Get rid of him. Just get rid of him. He's an idiot. Don't worry, he'll come up with another fucking name. You know, they always do. The issue is that now it's not just me. Now they're going after Sharlyn. They're going after Shar, who is an elderly woman. She's older than I am. And they're going after Shar now. Today they're going after Smokey. So, you know, What, are you just going to follow me around and go after every single person that I interact with? You know, I go into a store and buy some milk. You're going to go after the person who actually sold me the milk. You know, I go get gas and have to deal with the attendant. You're going to go after the attendant then too. You know, might as well, because chances are they fucking hate pedophiles as much as I do. So they ain't going to like you. Watch out for cashiers, exactly. You know? It's just sad. Just sad. But that hoax wars thing is directly connected to Doug Mesner, aka Lucian Greaves, founder of the Satanic Temple. And the reason why I say that he's connected to that account is because in that long list, and you can go to my blog and look at all the people he hashtagged, Lucian Greaves isn't in any of it. You know? You want to know what, Gomsum? I have more than what you do. Because chances are your dumbass isn't going to get old. You know? Chances are your dumbass isn't going to live to any age, let alone accomplish anything. You know? They're in here acting like trolls, thinking that that makes them out to be something, and really what they are is incels. Nobody wants to fuck them. And they're mad about it because nobody wants to fuck them. They offer nothing, you know? They're incels. They're incels. Nobody wants to fuck them, and so they're angry with everybody in the world. Because nobody wants to fuck them. And why? Because, ew, what do they offer? You know? I do like my peanut shirts. I do. And I am raging today. I thought I was mad. Well, no, I knew I was mad about them going after Sharlyn yesterday and threatening Sharlyn, saying that they had her address. But then when they went after Smokey, this morning, and it's not that I was upset, because I'm not afraid of for Smokey. Go ahead. Show up at either one of their doors and see what the fuck happens to you, dumbasses. It just pisses me off that they feel that they can do this with impunity. I know you aren't scared, Smokey. Neither is Sharlyn. Thank you, Sharlyn. Fuck around and find out, says Smokey. Exactly, Cognitive. Stick your fist up your ass and spin around in circles, dickhead. Not that you'll get anything, but I'm sure you'll get a thrill. You know? And then they went after Shar, and Shar has to be 10 years older than I am. She's older than I am. She's an older woman. And they're going after her, you know? Think so, Cognitive? Someone wonderful sent me this shirt. Fill your hearts with love. That's why I love this t-shirt. I love this t-shirt. Fill your hearts with love. You know? Fill your hearts with love. I'm not going to stay on here long, because I am going to come back on tomorrow, and as it is, I've started to go every day now, you know, with these lives. But going after Sharlyn yesterday, I woke up this morning already pissed off about it. And then they're going to go, hey, Elizabeth. And now they're going to go after Smokey. I'm looking for anyone to donate because I want to take Sharlyn out to the Brazilian place, you know, or Ethiopian. The whole thing about it is that they sent me a thing yesterday going, oh, we're waiting. You know that there's like 10 different Ethiopian restaurants in Omaha, and you'll never know when we go. You'll never know. We don't even know when we're going to go, you know? Because I can't tell you, it took us a year to actually get together the first time. Because Sharlyn and I both have the same thing, you know? Thank you, dickhead. You can get rid of Henderson. You can get rid of Winston as he's making a threat to you. Sharlyn, get rid of Winston. I got the screenshot. It'll go right up on my blog. It'll go right to police. You know? Just give me long enough to actually take the screenshots. You want to fucking make death threats on YouTube. You know? Because it's not like Neil is the only law enforcement. Yeah, she'll meet you at the door. And when she does, you'll end up with no face. Exactly. You'll end up with no face. So go ahead. Same thing with Smokey. You know? So tough online only. But see, this is the shit I have to go through, and now Sharlyn is having to go through it. And Smokey. And how many others, you know? But I will say to all of you, if you guys end up having something weird, anyone reaching out to you saying stuff weird, saying stuff threatening, that Shurter mod, we need to know about it immediately. I need to know about it immediately. You know? No matter how insignificant, trust your gut. If you think it's a threat and that it's a problem, then you reach out and let us know. Because our group doesn't eat its own. Our group believes in leaving no man left behind, or woman. And no one gets left behind. You know? That's our group. That's our group. No one gets left behind and we all stand up for each other. Their group eats each other. Their group is the one who wants to throw each other under the fucking bus. You know? And I just... And why? Because they want to fuck kids. They're trying to protect their pedophile ring. Sorry, I have a fly on here that won't leave me alone. And I can't... It could be said that I can't kill a fly. Not because I wouldn't try, but because I'm so damn inept. I can't hit the damn thing. Anyway. No, it hasn't rained today. And it's like 1,000,000 degrees. It is like 1,000,000 degrees. Yes. David Shurter is the one who wouldn't kill a fly. Not because I wouldn't try, but because I'm so inept I can't hit him. Never been a baseball player. Or a football player. Or a basketball player. Track was more my thing. I could run for miles. Now if I'm running, it's only because a bear is chasing me. You know? And I don't really go places where a bear. I'm not real afraid that a bear is going to show up in Harlan. So, you know, because they're on here trying to protect their pedophile ring. They're trolls in here trying to protect their pedophile bullshit. They're child trafficking operation, and that's what they're trying to hide. Daniel Dowd, Geo Farnsworth came in and murdered my friend Owen and bragged about it. So fucking stupid they bragged about it. But of course, you know, something actually cognitive while I was on here, I just came up with Stephen Burns. There's some big earthquake that just hit in the United States today. I don't know where, but because I only saw it, it only was up for a minute, but Stephen Burns just posted something that there was an earthquake. But the Cascadia fault line is going crazy, you know, is going crazy. We're being cooked. Flat out, we're being cooked. We're at the end. This time it's with fire, not water. Just like we were told. I could move out. You know, the whole thing about is moving out. Oh, that sounds great. And it sounds like an easy solution. I moved from Algona, Washington, moved to Erling, Iowa, and they were waiting for me when I got there. So moving doesn't really do shit. You know? Redding, California earthquake. Thank you, Elizabeth. Just happened. It just happened because Stephen Burns thing came up on my phone. You know? Moving out doesn't help. Doesn't help. And they were in my house today because I went to the grocery store, and when I came back, my locks were unlocked. You know? And so, God only knows. God only knows. I can't stop them from doing anything. But they're right next door. You know? Of course, poor little meth head, I think, is very sad because the recycler people just towed his vehicle away. So I don't think his vehicle works anymore. Boo-hoo. Which actually sucks for me because I kind of liked it when he was gone. You know? Moving has a very big paper trail, which is so easy to follow. And shit, they're after Sharlyn. I don't even know where Sharlyn lives. I don't even know where Smokey lives, but they all do. You know? They all do. And they brag about it and make threats. They brag about it and make threats. And it's bullshit. And I would actually just ignore it, but they did the same thing and then they murdered Owen. So, yeah, they're full of shit until they're not. And then when they're not, they're fucking lethal. You know? Oh, look, David actually set up another fucking account. You know? Sounds like Daniel Dowd. Oh. Got him. You can let him go now. Get rid of him. Got him. Let him go. Bye, Bob. Or Daniel. Or Geo. Or whatever fucking your real name is. Bye-bye. Better go set up a new account before I end up ending this. You know, ending this live. Better get your little pedophile fingers working. You know? See you in a few. Exactly, Sharlyn. Exactly. I wasn't going to pray, but you know, I think I am going to pray. Just because I think I think we all need prayer. So with that said, Heaven, I come to you. Today has been like a horrid day. I just have to say, I appreciate who let me know about that video this morning, and then they pushed me because I wasn't going to do anything, and then they said, are you sure that's what you wanted to do? The reason why I didn't want to do anything is because I knew that it was probably going to suck up my whole goddamn day. Excuse my language as I swear, God, but I knew it was, and now it's 4 o'clock and I'm still dealing with it. I started dealing with it at 8 o'clock this morning, and it has consumed my entire day. And people wonder why I can be irritable. Bring these pedophiles down. Bring them down. They fuck kids. You know? Tie a millstone around their throat. Or make them deluded enough to where they actually show up at Smokey or Sharlyn's door. They'll be dealt with harsh and swift and final. But that's okay. They don't need their face. Nobody wants to fuck them anyway. I think that's the problem. That's why they focus on kids. You know? Because no one of any substance as an adult wants to have anything to do with their ugly ass. But here I am talking like this. Your son, our brother Jesus Christ, is probably just shaking his head, wanting to shake me. But I'm sorry. It's been one hell of a day. I ask for if anyone out there can actually contribute. I do want to take Sharlyn out. I want to just... She deserves it. She deserves something nice. I think we all do. It's just... This is so frustrating. It's so frustrating. And I'm exhausted. This day has been exhausting and taxing. And the fact that I broke my dryer and it was my own dumbass fault. Just, I wanted to beat myself with the stick last night. But I say these things. I'm grateful that everyone is watching and everyone is supportive. They don't have to. I don't want anyone to feel like compelled or feel like they have to contribute if they can't, because it's fine if they can't. I'm just liking the prayers and the support. I'm glad that they give the same support to Sharlyn, the same support to Smokey, Saki, Elizabeth, Susan. What are they going to do? Go after all of us? You know, really? That's what they're going to do? Go after all of us? Because I don't think it's going to work. But just protect us. Protect everyone. Don't let people get hurt because of me. I'm so sick of people getting hurt because of me. You know? And so I say these things in your son's name, Jesus Christ. Amen. Probably the shittiest. Oh, dude. I am so fucking sick of you. That is a threat. I got the screenshot. You can get rid of that dumbass. You can get rid of that dumbass. I'm done with their little stupid fucking threats. That they're not brave enough to actually just flat out come out and say it. You know? They have to do innuendos. They're cowards. Oh, they're really good when they come at you as a group in the secret. But actually coming out to you in front of people out in the daylight, not so much. But isn't that what an incel does? You know? Fucking piece of shit. You know? They're not even a piece of shit. Shit is better than they are. You know? They're the shit that comes out after the shit's deteriorated and going onto the ground. You know? He just sets up new accounts. And I'm just going to get rid of you. It is mind-blowing to see their behavior. Got rid of Ben, Sharlyn. I didn't even take a screenshot because it's so stupid. You know? Akash can go too. Your soul is a black hole. And exactly. Learn how to fucking spell, dumbass. What is a black hole? WHOLE. Your soul. That's what it is. You know? Or the space between your ears that obviously is a wind tunnel. Sharlyn is great, Katie. Sharlyn is great. It's just sad. It's just sad. They're just dumbasses, and they're all in here as a group. Because they think their little incel bullshit is going to protect their little fucking pedophile operation. Their little child trafficking operation. But of course they want to protect their child trafficking operation because no one else will fuck them. You know? And God knows they're always on, you know? They're like alley cats in heat. No, I'm not talking just about the Democrats, dumbass. In fact, a lot of the people that I'm dealing with are Republican. You know? And again, let me go out there. Oh, God, they just sign up with these fucking dumbass names. This dude just keeps coming up. How many accounts does this dude have? That's the question. How many accounts does this dude have? Wow. Exposing a pedophile ring. And who are all involved with the pedophile ring? Okay, let's go through it. Daniel Dowd is the one who's actually doing a lot of stuff. Lucian Greaves, founder of the Satanic Temple, he's using his after-school daycare, Satanic Temple after-school daycare, to target the kids. All the people that are connected to that after-school daycare are all pedophiles. If anybody investigates that fucking Satanic Temple after-school daycare, it's all pedophiles. They're all pedophiles. Almost every single one of them who's connected, you know, let alone Doug Mesner, aka Lucian Greaves, founder of the Satanic Temple. There's a picture of him. He pulled out his dick and balls in front of national news, you know, and that's who they deem okay to be around kids, I guess. I mean, fuck. Thomas Schoenberger, Tara Joyce, DeFango, the whole Sewer Town group. Craig Sawyer, Ron Patton, his whole group in Olympia. You know, there's a whole long list of people. DavidShurter.com. I list them all the time. I put them in the thing all the time. And if people wants to go and actually, oh my God, this dude just comes back with account after account after account. He's just a dumbass, you know? And so, but they're here to actually, you know, what they're doing is here to protect their fucking pedophile ring. They threatened Sharlyn yesterday. They threatened Smokey today. You know, they threaten me constantly. Constantly, they threaten me. They can go fuck themselves. You know? They think they're scary. And what they are pedophiles. The kids that they fuck find them scary, but adults not so much. You know? Oh my God. Again, he's just a dumbass. And he thinks that his insults are actually doing something. I'm going to come in with anonymous account after anonymous account, and I'm going to make these comments, and everyone's going to appreciate me, and they're going to like me, and they're going to love me. And maybe someone will want to fuck me. No, they won't. You know? And they love to watch these videos because what they do is they take every single second that I do, then they can twist it around. The video that they did, they take shit, you know? Cognitive, I need to know more about this chaos magic. If you ever have a book that you want to send me on chaos magic, oh, they're more than weird. They've murdered my friends. They're involved with the murder of Isaac Cappy, who was trying to expose their pedophile bullshit. You know, Lori King, trying to expose their pedophile bullshit. They murdered her, and then less than a year later, they murdered her husband. You know? And Max Spears, he was trying to expose it and murdered, you know? Dude, I have so much fucking education. I have way more education than you. I guarantee it. You know? I don't have time to sit on someone else's live and sign up with account after account. And Tracy Twyman. They murdered her, you know? We could go through a whole long list. Seth Rich, you know? I've never sat on someone's live and set up account after account after account and just insulted them and thought I was doing something. That's fucking retarded as far as I'm concerned. I have better things to do with my life. You know? I have better things to do with my life. And they think there's something. And then they wonder why no one wants to fuck them. That's, you know, no one wants to date them. No one wants to have anything to do with them. And they wonder why. You know? David McGowan. Oh, I didn't know that Russ Disdar's wife is dead. Russ Disdar was working with Craig Sawyer. So I did not trust Russ Disdar. You know? But he obviously did something. Rob Skibba. You know? I don't have... But I would be fascinated to know... If you go onto my blog and that whole list... See, this is what he does. This is what he does. And he thinks he's something. He thinks he's something. You know? He just keeps signing up with account after account after account after account after account. And he comes and does the same fucking thing and thinks he's doing something. You know? He doesn't have a life. Just keep getting rid of him, Sharlyn. I'm not even going to take screenshots of his stupid shit anymore. You know? I have enough screenshots and then anyone who actually follows through. And I'm not a grandpa. Don't you have to have kids who have kids to be a grandpa? You know? I don't have kids. How the fuck am I a grandpa if I don't have kids? I'm not even a dad. How the fuck am I a grandpa if I don't have kids? If I'm not a dad, I can't be a grandpa. You know? It's just sad. But I'm sick of their threats on other people. I worry about Sharlyn now just because of everything that happened in Owen. I'm not so much worried about Smokey because I have a feeling that Smokey can actually... Not that Sharlyn can't handle her own. Trust me. She has balls of steel, that one, let me tell you. But still, why would anyone have... Why should we have to go through this shit? You know? And it's, you know... Do I follow a religion? Jesus Christ. Which isn't really a religion, because I'm not Christian, I don't go to churches, I don't really care for outspoken, but the word, the Gospels of Jesus Christ and the teachings of Jesus Christ, spot on. Was raised by Luciferians, trained by Luciferians. The teachings of Jesus Christ, the Gospel of Jesus Christ, you know? Unabashedly, Jesus Christ. Yes, I really believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in the gospel of Jesus Christ. I believe in the word. I believe in the word. You know? I have a great deal of love and admiration for the word. And I find that people who don't suck. They suck as people, they suck as individuals, they suck. You know? I believe in Jesus, the word, everything that Jesus Christ taught. You know? I believe in the Holy Spirit. I believe in heaven. I believe in God. And I definitely believe in Jesus Christ and the word. You know? And if you don't, I'm sorry. Sucks to be you. You know? I'm not going to turn the camera around, but it's about to get loud. I have 10 birds now lined up on my fence. Singing. You can hear the one singing, but they're all just sitting there staring at me because I'm out here. They can hear my voice. I like animals, and cool that they like me. Mocking God is bad. And mocking Jesus Christ in here will get you fucking banned. Nobody wants to put up with that in here. If you want to go mock Jesus Christ, you go someplace else. Go crawl under whatever rock you can't crawl out from under. You know? They're just all singing. And the squirrels were out big. Now one of my puppies is out there. Since it's been hot, I haven't really seen the squirrels much. But they do something fucked up. Whoever they hurt, their blood is on Shelby County, Iowa Sheriff Neil Gross's hands. He could have dealt with this a long time ago. Years ago with the Erling, Iowa gas station explosion. No, I don't think I'm the smartest guy in the room, dumbass. But I sure the fuck am smarter than you. Oh my god, that Adam dude was that dude. How many accounts does that dude have? You know? Oh my god, because his name isn't Adam. How many accounts has he come in just today alone? How many have we had to block? 10? 12? And he just keeps saying the same stupid shit over and over and over. He's mad because nobody in here wants to fuck him either. You know? Cognitive talks about this chaos magic. I'm not interested in, obviously, I'm not interested in doing anything with chaos magic, but If I had a book that I could read what the fuck it was, I would read it just to know. You know? Thank you. Those are my flowers, and I'll go just a little bit more. That's my garden. Those are my tomato plants. Sympathetic magic. Free chaos magic books online. I'll go look. You know? Oh my god. And now he has another one. Adam's now turned into Lance. You know? He tells me that I have an undeveloped brain. Well, dude, you have an undeveloped personality. What they're doing to all of us is going to be thrown back to them in the dark. You know? Sympathetic. So that sympathetic magic is probably what they're doing when they cash out. The Venmo and PayPal are just D, my first initial D, and the last name Shurter. You're gonna make me bend over so I get that book. Urgh. At least I'm not sweating like a pig today. Thank you, Sharlyn. This is my book, Rabbit Hole. This is what I wrote. A satanic ritual abuse survivor story. You know? And they think that they did the death blow to me. Passing out all those flyers. But do you know how many people? I have to go get more books because there's more people in town who want my book now. And I have 2 copies of my book. And I'm not willing to give them to people in town yet because people still order them. You guys still actually order them on here. And so I'd rather have them available for you guys. But I have to go get more books because people in town now want to read my book. You know? So basically what they did with those flyers was promote me. That's what it did. You know? It's like my mom said. Good or bad, whatever the fuck they want to talk about, just as long as they get your name right. And at least on those fucking flyers that they're passing out, they got my name spelled right. You know? I'm interested if people would go and look at that list that Daniel Dowd posted. But I don't think it's even Daniel Dowd. I think that hoax war is Doug Mesner, a.k.a. Lucian Greaves, or working directly with him, the Satanic Temple. Because I don't know who half of those people are. I more than half. I don't know who the majority of them is. You know? And so I would love to know who some of those people are. They can't all be bad. You know? They can't all be bad. But the video that I did today, the short that I did, I just went and started typing in the hashtags that I couldn't appreciate. I can't say thank you enough. Now I have a whole slew of hashtags that I would have never known had they not done what they did today. You know? Had they not posted that and actually posted all those hashtags, I wouldn't have had any. I don't even know who they are. And so, you know, the easiest way to catch up, Sharlyn, I know you get the emails, but the easiest way to go is to go to my blog and just read the blog. Because what I do is I break it down and then I make comments in between the screenshots. But you know damn well that I actually, because I was mad about them threatening you yesterday. I was mad. It pissed me off. You know? They've murdered too many of my friends. That's the issue. You know? They've murdered my friends. And so they know it's a sore spot with me. You know? DavidShurter.com. Hey, Mandy. Nice to see you too. Oh my god, I actually hit one. I don't know what it is with all the flies today. Okay, well, I should get off here because I don't like to make them too long. Unlike Daniel Dowd, I'm not going to sit here and do a 5-hour one. But, my forehead is crazy. Yep. Do you know that I've really not lost any? My hairline has always been like this. When I was in high school, my hairline was like this. I thought I was for sure I was going to lose my hair. And I'm 58. It's gone back a little bit, but I still have enough to actually have a man bun, or it's like a ponytail thing. Mandy, be careful. You know, my forehead has always been huge. You know what's in this? A brain that works, you know? And you know how you can tell? I don't go on people's lives and actually just try to impress everyone with stupid shit, you know? On other people's venues. I don't go to other people's venues and actually try and become impressive, you know? That's what they do. They try to get you to react. They try to get you to react. I don't react because I don't give a shit about their shit anymore. I don't care, you know? But if they murder someone, that blood will be on Shelby County, Iowa Sheriff Neil Gross's hands. And they murder someone, I'm going to make it fucking hell on him. I am. And he can be fucking guaranteed about that. I'll have all kinds of people protest there for a long time. You know? I do hear from Fiona Barnett. Fiona and I are friends. Fiona and I are friends. I mean, we don't talk every day, but we keep in touch, you know? She's not involved with any of this anymore. She's not involved with any of this. Her health can't take it anymore. Oh my God. Her health can't take it anymore. She wants me out of it. She's afraid she's going to lose me. You know, Robert Parsons sounds familiar. I'm not great with names, but I'm really good with faces. Oh, Jesus. And now so now David has now come in as Lance, you know? And he thinks he's actually doing something. He thinks he's entertaining everybody with his stupid comments. You know? I'm just getting rid of him. It's 118. I'll go to 130. Oh, Robert Parsons. Music. Ah. Maybe that's why I recognize that name. Exactly, cognitive. Repeat a lie 1,000 times and it's still a fucking lie. You know, it never becomes the truth. Convince as many people as you can of the lie, and it's still a lie. You know? And I will say, for those of you who have listened to me for years, my shit doesn't change. I just keep saying the same thing over and over and over. My story has never changed. If you ask me about something that happened yesterday, today, I'll tell you. And then if you ask me it a week later, I'll tell you the same thing. A year from now, I'll tell you the same thing. 10 years, because my history is static. It's not fluid. It doesn't change. Theirs change. Fuck, their story can change in the same fucking sentence. They can say one thing and then something completely contradictory right out of the same with the same breath. And then they get mad. I'm cognitive, I believe it's my training. A lot of it is my training. You know? And it's also because I think in pictures. So when I put stuff together in my head, it's in a picture form, you know? So it's easy to recall. Because the picture stays the same, you know? It's static. But it's a million degrees out here now. I always say that. It's a bit of an exaggeration. It's 89. I don't know how he keeps coming back with the same thing, because I keep hiding him. He's just pathetic. And he thinks he's doing something. I don't even know what he thinks he's doing. You know? I don't even know what he thinks he's doing. He's certainly not impressing anybody, and he's not convincing anybody of anything other than he's an incel and showing everybody why no one wants to fuck him. You know? That's the problem. He's making an ass out of himself. And he's too stupid to know. Who knows? It's the same dude, and he keeps coming back. Account after account after account. He's just an idiot. Who's trying to protect pedophiles. He likes child fuckers. He likes people who fuck kids. That's why he's doing it. He's trying to protect the group that fucks kids and is trying to help those who fuck kids. There's a lot more people like Shelby County, Iowa Sheriff Neil Gross than you would think. But the group that I'm exposing, Thomas Schoenberger, who I believe is the head of this particular snake, Gabe Hoffman, Corey Daniel, a.k.a. the Phoenix Enigma, and his wife, the Sicilian bitch, witch, meth head as she is, Daniel Dowd, Geo Farnsworth, DeFango, Tara Joyce, Lucian Greaves, whose name was Doug Masico, then he changed it to Doug Mesner, now he has Lucian Greaves, founder of the Satanic Temple, Craig Sawyer, God, there's so many, Ron Patton, and his group in Olympia, Washington, they're all up in Olympia, Washington, you know? It's the same group. It's just, I just keep naming the same people over and over and over and over and over. And I'm not saying it because I read it on the internet. I've dealt with every one of these motherfuckers personally. I've had to deal with each one of these dumbasses personally. Of course I'm balding. I'm 58 years old, Bob. Oh my God, Bob is back. And now he's gone. Oh, I may have undid it. Oh, I did. Sharlyn, you got to fix that. Sorry. Thank you, Sharlyn. I wonder if Bob, if he's trying to actually be my dad. Because that's what my stepmother called my dad, Bob. His name was Robert Lynch Shurter II, Jr. You know? Sarah, good job. You want to go in? Go in? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. That's just it. Thank you, Redwood. I don't care about balding. I don't. I'm old. And I'm going to try and I'm going to grow old as gracefully as I possibly can. And you want to know what? These idiots can actually say whatever they want. But I am so grateful that I am this age because I never thought I would get here. I never thought I would reach 58. With all the stuff that I've had to go through, I never thought I would reach 58. And so I am just, you know, age does have a freedom to it. That's why I wore that shirt yesterday. Because I can wear that shit now. I can wear a peanut shirt. I don't give a shit. I'm old enough. I'm an old dude. I'll wear whatever I want. There's just distract from the topic of child victims. That's exactly it, Cognitive. That's what they want to do. They actually want to just change the subject so that no one's talking about their fucking pedophile group. That's what they want. That's the reason why they do all the shit that they want. That's the reason why they threaten Sharlyn. You know? I got it, Sharlyn. They want to cause confusion. You know? Fucking dumbasses. I did. I'm sorry. And he has my picture and my name, and he thinks what he's doing is actually, you know. Redwood, thank you. You know, I'm not the only old one in here, and I am glad I made it to 58, you know. It's funny because the older I get, I still care really deeply about some things, but then other things I could give a shit less about. You know, I never did care about popularity. I was never popular. I wasn't popular in high school. I've never been popular. For many times in my life, I've had to stand alone. And I will say that it made me strong because I can stand by myself. What's nice now is at this point in time in my life, I don't feel like I need to stand alone. I'm not standing alone. There's a bunch of you standing right along with me. I'm not alone. That's why they're doing what they're doing. That's the reason why they're now threatening Sharlyn. And they're threatening my friend Shar, who I haven't even talked to in 14 years. Since I got divorced, you know, they're threatening her. They're threatening Smokey. They want me to stand alone, and it pisses them off that I'm not. You know, it pisses them off that I'm not. And they think if they make their stupid little comments, everyone's going to be like, oh, these incels are just so clever that they're right. You know, I'm going to stand with these people, these idiots. I know nobody wants to fuck them, and I don't want to fuck them, but hey, you know, they're just so great. That's what they think. You know? It's really sad in a way. It's not kind of sad. It's really sad in a way. But, so I'm going to get off here because I'm at 1:30. I think that's a good time to actually get off here. I will be on here tomorrow, you know, at 11 o'clock in the morning. And I won't be late, and it will be 11 o'clock. I won't put it off. It'll be 11 o'clock in the AM, Central Standard Time. Book is Rabbit Hole. If you want a copy and you live in the States, it's $30. Otherwise, if you live out there, you know, I am an old fart. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And tomorrow at 11 o'clock, go check out my blog, davidshurter.com. PayPal and Venmo are just D Shurter. Sharlyn, if you can just type all that stuff in the comments. I think that people will read the comments more than they read the description. But, you guys pray for Sharlyn. Her air conditioner died, and it's a zillion degrees here. And it's supposed to get worse, but we're supposed to have rain in the next couple days, so that's always kind of nice too. But now they're going after Smokey. Smokey doesn't give a shit. Smokey doesn't give a shit. But thank you, Kit Kat. Go to my blog. That'll help out a lot. You can read the stuff that's going on. At least just read what's going on lately, you know? Because this has just been nothing but chaos. It's been nothing but chaos. But these fucking pedophiles are going down one way or the other. You know? That's just, these pedophiles are going down one way or the other. And if they hurt someone, whoever they hurt, their blood is on Shelby County, Iowa Sheriff Neil Gross, who has refused to get involved, who has lied and protected them, you know? But now they can't tell everyone that it's all in my head and I'm a paranoid schizophrenic because they passed out flyers all over town saying I was a pedophile. Obviously, it's not in my head. If it's in my head, that's one fuck of a delusion. My delusion is making everyone else have hallucinations, I guess. Is that how it works? I don't know. I've never been paranoid schizophrenic, so I don't know how it works. But if you're paranoid schizophrenic, can you make other people get caught up with your delusions? You know? Is that how it works? Because I don't think that's how it works. You know? So that there's no more of that. And then to say that no one is helping them in town anymore, that's not working either. That's not working either. You know? Exactly, cognitive. It's not how it works. You know? What they're doing is they're showing their hand. And what they're showing is that they're fucking scared. I'm sorry, when you're going after Sharlyn and all she is helping me on these, moderate the conversation. And they're going to go after her. It's not like, you know, she's no threat to anybody. Smokey is no threat to anyone. No one in here is a threat. We aren't the threat. They're the threat. And worse of all, they're a threat to your children. And that's why we're in here exposing them. They're a threat to your children. You know? No, you can just get rid of Justin. I look like Obama. Really. I just happen to be a white dude who looks like Obama. The issue that they have is that their heads are shoved so far up their asses that they're asphyxiating themselves. When they come in here and tell me that I look like Obama, I'm gonna get off here because it's just they're filling the thing now. You know, they'll just have to go someplace else and actually harass someone else. And still, no one's gonna want to fuck you. Let me assure you of that. You can go do all your stupid shit in another chat, and no one's gonna want to fuck you even then. You know, no one's impressed with you. Nobody wants to fuck you. Boo-hoo for you. And with that nasty comment, because I'm just frustrated, I'm going to get off here. Thank you, Matthew. Blessings for everyone. I hope you guys have a blessed night, and I'll be back on at 11 o'clock in the morning. Tomorrow, Central Standard Time. I would say that I'll have bells on, but I don't have any bells. And even if I had bells, I wouldn't wear them. But, hey, Bluck, of course you come in here. I'll be back on at 11 tomorrow. So come on in. And we'll see you guys then. Thank you, Cognitive, for all of you do. You know? Sharlyn is the queen of queens. You have no idea how wonderful Sharlyn is. She's been talking about Ethiopian, but I'm thinking Brazilian steakhouse. The meat sweats. I've never eaten so much meat that I have ever gotten the meat sweats. I'm poor. I've never had the meat sweats in my life. But I've never had meat sweats, so it would be something. Ethiopian's more vegetarian. It does have meat, but there's a lot of vegetarian. But I would love someday to just see what it's like to have meat sweat. It sounds kind of gross, but delicious at the same time. So, oh, Redwood says wait. I am giving them a run for their money. Luck. I don't know. Everyone talks when you go to the Brazilian steakhouse that you go get the meat sweats. I've never had meat sweats before. I've never eaten so much meat that it made me sweat. I hope not. I really do hope not. I'm sure Sharlyn hopes not. I could not imagine that any woman actually wants to have the meat sweats. But, okay. I don't know. I've never had meat sweats. I've never eaten so much meat, but then I'm more of a... It's not that I'm vegetarian, but I always usually eat more vegetables than I do meat. You know, even when I sit down to eat, I eat more vegetables than I do meat. So, but they say when you go to the Brazilian steakhouse, stick away, don't go to the salad bar. If you want to order a side, you just order one side because you're there for the meat. You're there because they just keep bringing meat over and over and over and over. Smokey says he's had the meat sweats. I've never had meat sweats before. I've never eaten so much meat that I've had meat sweats. But it sounds delicious. Okay. They do sound awful, but I would try it at least once. I would try the Brazilian steakhouse at least once. I would try to eat as much as I could just to see if the meat sweats are real. Okay, bye guys.